In. We're going to start with a lie back and with the feet on top of a prop if you would like. You don't have to have it, but you can have a foam roller if you would like underneath your feet or your heels, and you can curl up. You can also do this with an arc, those of you that have an arc. You can curl down and up and let the inhale come in through your nose. It's like you're telling your body good morning, and you're telling your breathing good morning. And then lying on the back, it's always a nice, there's a nice cue with that, in that you can relax your shoulders, feel grounded on your back. Exhale, and then just scan your body and get rid of any tension that you don't need to do the bridging. So your jaw is soft, your hands are relaxed, and your back might be warming up. You feel how it's getting a little looser. Your glutes and hamstrings are warming up, your knees. And then what we'll do is go up. Now when you're up, you can add on a little pulse here, maybe 2 inches of down and up at that high range of motion. Now we're going to just hold steady or static hold. The hips are equal to the ceiling, equidistant. 10. Breathe in fully. Again. Breathe in fully. Just feel that wonderful decompression in your lumbar spine. And now on the exhale, start lowering, 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 lowering. Oh, there's the low back. And then just hug it in for a moment. We're going to be adding on. Now the low back gets a little stretch. Lengthen your legs out. So for me, I like the heel calf area to dig into the foam roller and then lift up the hips. So what we have is essentially a long knee position, but with a softness in the knee. This can be done on the floor too, or any kind of prop like a yoga block. I do like a little prop on this, but it's not necessary. It just helps you feel that lift. You want to feel how your hamstrings are getting stronger. Good, up and down and up. Good. I like how you're not hyperextending the knees. You're keeping a little flexion in the knee. And then up with your exhale, and then inhale, lower. And as you lower, try not to just plop onto the ground. Actually decelerate with control. So are you evenly landing right, left? Good. Now we're going to hold this one up. So get ready, hold it up. And it's only a few inches, but just stay up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lower down. And then this time, take some type of, I'm going to take a happy baby, some type of stretch that feels good on your legs that we just worked. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then let your feet back down, but to a closer knee position. Now this time, we're going to lift up, curl up. Now the option is to stay here or take a right leg and add a leg pull series. So point and flex and point and flex. Now enjoy the little touching of the hamstring we're getting. This is also good for the nerves. So for me, I just got a little bit more flexible towards the top. See if that's happening to you right here. Also see if your hips are level. And notice how your ankles feel today. Are they tight? Do they need the attention? One more, one. And then let your foot come down and take a moment to realign. I got to move my foam roller, for example. Now the option is left foot is doing leg pulls. So I want to move the nerves. The nerves are kind of like flossing your teeth. They need to move freely. So this is one of those exercises that not only builds hamstring strength unilaterally and glute strength, but it also helps with the nerves. Breathe in and out. Now there's no tension in the jaw. Inhale. Good. The legs warming up a little. And then we're going to be putting that foot down back on the roller, and you may have to realign your hips. Breathe in, and then exhale, lower down. Now this time I'm going to let the hands go between the knees to the feet or the ankles. So bound ankle. You can actually use your elbows to wedge the knees open a little bit, and I'm adding a little rock. And let your neck go. You could even do a little circle with your head or a release of tension right and left. So everything's letting go. 5. Big breath. 3, 2, and then 1. Now on this one, it's a moving bridge. So we're going to put the feet back and then see if you can go up evenly. And then this is a little forward movement with the roller and a backward movement and a forward movement and a backward movement. So we're just a little, so the knees are extending and flexing a little, whatever we can with that foam roller. Move and you feel the hamstrings. 5 more, 4 more, got to move my roller. 3 more, 2 more. Now this time one leg's going up, 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 lengthen, long on the other. Now at this moment you're in a hamstring stretch. If you want to change things up and add a little ab crunch, come on up and hold on to the big toe and the left leg's just hovering above the foam roller. If you just want to stay in a hamstring stretch or avoid that move because of osteoporosis, you can just stay down. So breathe in. There's a hamstring and abdominals. Now take the other leg. You can start with the hamstring, test the waters, and then if you would like, lift up your hand to the toes. 10. And then hug, when you're ready, hug both legs in. I'm going to have us come up and down 3 times. So if you would like to join me, please do. Otherwise, prepare yourself for swan. We're going to, and a drink of water. We're going to go up and down 3 times before we stay up. Breathe in and then exhale. You got it. Now grab a sip and prepare to meet for the swan. Very good job. Cheers. Good morning, sunshine. I got my happy yellow cup. I'm going to put over here. So I'm going to turn my torso a little bit so I've got a better view of you and you can see me long ways. So your belly is down on the mat and your legs are long. If you have any back tightness, it is a neat cue to internally rotate the femurs, toes towards each other. That kind of it will open up the SI joint. But if you would like to add on, your hands are digging down, pinky side, knife down into your foam roller, and then inhale to float your spine up and lower down. Good. Breathe in. Exhale down. That's it. You're doing great. Go up and down. Breathe in. And up. And up. Inhale. Up. Okay, now we're going to be staying up here, so find a place that feels like you can hold for about 10. Lower it for a moment. Go up and hold for about 10. And lower it for a moment. You notice how you might be getting higher. Inhale again. Here we go. Yeah, 2, 3. And relax. Let's sneak in a child's pose, shall we? So push yourself back. You can also pull your toes under. Hips back. Breathe. That motion's good for your shoulders too. All right. Grab a sip if you'd like. We're going back down. We're going to do some rear deltoid work. Some of the formula for maintaining an erect posture and upright spine is the back body posture strengthening. So this is back of the shoulder, for example, but also erector spinae. So let your arms be like a letter Y. We do the I, T's, and Y's. So this is the letter I. Lift up your torso, lift up your toes. Now, your knees are off the floor too. With your arms, go higher than your back. 15 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. 6. And actually your arms are moving, Jean, on this one, and your torso is the same. See the little difference? Yeah. They're all good exercises though. And then you're going to go down for a moment. While you go down and you recover, take your arms like the letter T. Inhale, lift up your body, lift up your toes, your knees, your torso. Now the add-on is the arms go higher than your body for 15. So this is the letter T exercise. Make sure there's no tension in your neck or jaw. This is called specification, when you work what you want to work, but you relax what you don't need to work. Now get ready, you're going to lower. I'm going to move my roller for a minute, so if you need to as well, take that time. Now this is the letter Y, and you're going to be lifting up your body. Now once your body's up, your arms are going to do 15 little lifts higher. Feel that one? Yep, good, 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 good. About 6 more. Could you feel that one? And then push back child's pose. So we don't do a lot of that in everyday life, do we? Unless you play like a backhanded, a sport with a backhand or something like that. There's not a lot of that. So it needs it. Let's grab a sip. Very good. And we're going to sneak in a cat-cow or a down dog, up dog articulation in between, since we've been on our belly a lot. Let me give you a few options. So one is that your knuckles are folded under and you do a cat-cow here. You could do this on your arc as well with your forearms. Good. And then the other is your hands could be flat. You could also wrap your hands around a hand weight if you need to protect the wrist a different way. But if you're craving the down dog, up dog, you go up, inhale, tuck, up, inhale, up. And let's just do one more here. Good job. Awesome. I love it. And then come on down. Really good. Nice little child's pose here. And we're going to come back to some more posture drills. So not just the rear deltoid, but the whole back. So what we'll do here is take the fingers near your temples so that you have a little triangle as arms. Now you're going to lift up the right torso, the right side of your torso, and your left leg. And you're rotating and extending. So lift up your left shoulder and your right leg. And your right shoulder and your left leg. So you're extending and you're rotating. Now, do you feel the same on each torso rotation? Does one side rotate a little easier? And can you give it a little extra tension to even it out? Now pay attention to your thigh lift. Does each thigh feel like it's lifting the same? And that can sometimes be hip flexor tightness on the other side. But just see if you can lift up evenly or feel it. You can't see it, but feel it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to take a windshield wipe or whatever release you need. So I'm going to offer this one, a little low back release. And then the knees are conveniently bent for the bow pose. So you're going to reach back if you can, both hands, both feet. If you cannot, do one foot. Now go up and breathe. What a great, this is another part of the recipe of preventing rounded shoulders or maintaining good posture, is to open the front body. Keep holding. It's like you're relaxing into it. Relax for a moment, down. And now we're going to do the other foot or a second set. Get ready. Come on up. Good, relax into it. Good, lifting, opening, opening, breathing. And recover. Now let your legs go long and hold a swan, or if you need a backup plan, Sphinx. Here we go. More open than the first one, isn't it? Elbows wrap under. You got it. 2, 3. Neck is soft. 4, 5, 6. Now lower down, and we're going to take a little breaststroke here, which is also really good for the shoulders. So you have an upper back. So act like you're swimming. And your arms, they can be a little bigger circle than a swim. So make a huge circle as you can, and even the hands can come down to the thighs. Now, if you can add on, flutter kick your legs. So we're working the hamstrings and the glutes. There is a phenomenon, gluteal amnesia, that a lot of people get, and it makes their back hurt because their glutes aren't firing because of a lot of sitting. But what we're doing, we do a lot of exercises for the glutes and hamstrings. So your back should feel good. Your glutes are firing. When you're ready, child pose or down dog, some type of stretch. Press it out, either a child's pose or a down dog. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Terrific. Grab a sip. I think the newsletter goes out today. I finished it, but there was the article that Betty sent me on planks and age standards, and basically we double all of those standards, as you know. So we're gonna do a minute challenge right now and just curb stomp those standards. So get ready. I'm going to give us a minute count and go up. All right, so hold this plank, and if you need to go down, you can. But when you're here, try breathing evenly, calmly, so your body knows that you're okay. The breath will dictate the physiology. I really like how I see the back in everyone. Karen, your posture is good. We've talked about that, but it does look good. And looks like nobody's drooping in the hips. Looks like abs are pulling up. And then you have strong thoughts. So half the battle's in the mind. I feel good, I feel strong. If you need a mantra, inhale, I feel good. Exhale, I feel strong. Good. So it looks like we have 15 more seconds. So I feel good, I feel strong. Really energize your knees. Make sure your hips are lifted. Catherine, just a little up. Yeah, there you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we definitely all broke the challenge. So come on up and swan or Sphinx. So this is just a way to stretch out what we just worked, abs. Terrific. Now you can do that again if you're dealing with a shoulder injury. I was going to offer a 30-second side plank challenge. So another trick or cue you might need is to put something underneath the bone. But a 30-second side challenge, 3, 2, 1. I feel good, I feel strong, I feel good, I feel strong. So looks like it's halfway there. We have about 15 more seconds. Your head's against an imaginary wall. All right, 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2, and then lower, and then let's go to the other side. Okay, now get your shoulder blade down the back before it's weighted, and then when you're ready, come up and hold like your head is up against a wall. Hold that line. Good. You feel some tone in your abs. This is not just arm strength, it's hip strength and core strength. Postural alignment. Good. Got it. Like nothing's happening. 15 more seconds. Just breezing through any standards. 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, really good. That's wonderful. Grab a sip. I'll throw in another standard, but it's going to be in the way that you need to. So one way you could do push-ups is to do the wall push-ups. You could do them on your knees, hands and knees in all fours, or hands and knees in a long plank, or on the toes. So I don't have the standards for us. I can't remember them off the top of my head. I'll look it up, but I'm sure we're going to blow through it. Let's shoot for 20 of whatever way you're doing it. And just the good form is more important than anything. So get how you're going to get. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can do them standing. Good. 6. Yeah. 7. You can feel how the core is part of this. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then some type of stretch. Child's pose, or standing up with your interlaced fingers. And then if you're able to, which I know most of you are, come up without using your hands, and then we'll do a minute squat. So let your blood pressure adjust. Grab a sip if you need it. And then you can do this a few ways. So what I'll do is have us put our feet underneath the hips. But if you need to get off your knees, you could do this up against the wall like you're sitting in a chair. So go down, self-select, and imagine you have a scale underneath each foot. So you're even. Now, oops, I've got a little bright. Okay, now I'm in a place. 1 minute. All right. So it's the second hand is 10 seconds before the hour. So 50. Good. Good, Michelle. Like that you're doing that. Like, anyway, try to feel your 50-50. Sometimes one leg does take over. So like my right leg wants to take over a little bit. Sometimes I'm trying to do 50-50 and not a 60-40. See if you have a similar focus on your legs. And maybe it's ankle flexibility, maybe it's strength. So try to feel what it is, get it even. You're doing great. Neck is soft, so I'm going to tilt my chin down a little bit. Good. And you're breathing, because your legs aren't moving, but you're breathing. All right, you guys, 10 more seconds. 5 more seconds. Inhale. And then exhale, come up. How'd that feel? Wonderful. Take a full breath. So I got to let my blood pressure come back. Ha. We're going to do a 1 minute goddess posture. Now in yoga, there's a can't remember what it's called. Oh, Kriya yoga, cleansing, where they hold it for 5 minutes or a minute. We're going to do a minute. So get ready. 3, 2, 1, and hold. Now, if you need something else, put your back on the wall. So it's 10 till 30, so it's 20 seconds after 8 now. You can do some other challenge if you need to, a bridge. I just want you healthy. Karen, thank you. This is actually in Kriya Yoga what you do with the arms, but it's a challenge, whatever. The legs is what I wanted us, if you need to come out, do. Otherwise, try to feel even. Usually when I see standards, I try to do double what they're offering, because we're not here just to be bare minimum. We're here to strive. Keep going. I have to just see them. It's so bright. It's so bright. All right, try 10 more seconds. Try to, I'm trying to challenge myself to be 90, but there you go. All right, try 5 more seconds. You've got it. The bright light, the sun is just shining on my clock, so I apologize for moving my head so much. Come on up. Really good, guys. Let's do a little quad stretch just to kind of challenge 2 things, our balance and to get the muscles that we just worked. Very good. You did great. All right, so hold for 30. And also a neat little challenge is get your heart rate back down after a challenge. Get your breathing back regular. So you can imagine, you've probably seen those monks on a cold mountainside and they're just unaffected by their external environment. Wouldn't that be the optimal peace? You're peaceful no matter what. Your biology is regulated no matter what. If you care to add on, do a dancer here. 10. Get ready. And then gracefully come back. And we're going to go to the other side. So I'll just turn so you can see. One arm goes up and around. Hold on to your ankle or your foot. And then your breathing is regular. Your blood pressure is regular. Homeostasis. You're tall. Your thighs in line, not over here. Good. And hip is open. Good, Jean. I can see your side view perfectly. Very good. Neck is soft. Jaw is soft. Can you add on a little dancer? Now I'm going to tuck the chin because we don't want any tension in the neck. So if you're going down pretty low in dancer, I got to move away from the wall. You're probably going to want to tuck the chin too. 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale. And then exhale to come back and take a little breather. Nice. All right, now on this one, I want to offer just 10 calf raises, heels up and down. And that is to warm up the ankles, to make sure that muscles, the soleus and the gastroc that help pump blood up have activation. So if you do have to sit a long time, let's say you're working on the computer, if you can get up and do some calf raises, it'll help with that pressure on the vessels. It's not good. Your body's not meant to be 90-degree angles for extended period of long time. So they say sitting's the new smoking. So we just get up and do these. If you can, 1 foot, just do 5. So this is warming up, but it is, you do want to hold on to something, and just do 5 on the other. Now I want to tell you, you're welcome to do these calf raises as a backup plan for what I'm going to offer. I'm going to offer a little bit of pogoing. So pogoing is hands beside your side. Everything's pretty stiff and rigid, stable, except for the ankles and the feet. So your plyo, your pliancy, your elastic. Now if you need to, just do the others. Now if you can, do a right foot pogo, about 20. You want to feel pliant. Now left foot. Feel any difference? So my left leg's getting better, but my left foot does feel a little bit tighter than my right. All right, both again, just about 5. All right, now take a breath. We're going to do 6 jumps. That's really good for bone density, but if that's not for you, do calf raises. We're going to do 6 if you would like, where you try to get height. That's where the bone density studies are. And inhale and go up. 6, land pliant. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take a little breather. Woo! Now, let's grab a sip. That was heart rate. Karen, can you tell how the sun changed? Can you guys tell the sun changed and now the juniper are sort of creating a fun silhouette? Now, this is single leg squat. So at first, I just want to give you, and Catherine, if you need to do calf raises, please do. Yeah, or if you want to put your back on a wall. So you know how we came in like this earlier? The option is you can pick up a foot, either just like that, or good, Jean, you know what I'm going to say. Static. 10, 2, I like to tuck my chin on this one a little bit. 3, so my neck's easy. I want you to feel easy in your neck. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now a challenge would be to stand up. Good. So even if you're doing a calf raise, it's one-legged or something, getting strong. Get ready, full breath. Sit. 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, and then neck might have to tuck a little. So 10. Good, guys. Good. I want each leg to feel super capable. Now get ready. Take an inhale and then come back up. And then let's grab a sip. Get your heart rate, blood pressure down. That's a challenge of biofeedback. Single leg squat is the next option. And I want you to feel very capable in both legs and not have one leg take over. But if you need to do a calf raise instead on one leg, that's okay. I just want to offer fingers touch something. I like to touch the wall because it's sturdier than my foam roller. I'm going to lift up my knee, my foot, and I'm going down till my shin just barely touches the floor. Now, if you need to, put a yoga block under there or just regulate how low you're going so that you can at least have some kind of match for each knee. Like, okay, my right knee can do this. I want my left knee to be able to do this. Nothing should hurt. But when I first started doing these, my left leg was a little weaker and it's gotten a lot better. So these are really nice for cleaning up asymmetries. Just do what you can. And keep the breath, keep the relaxation through your body, extend all the way. Sometimes there's a temptation to stay flexed, but act like someone's taking your picture and you want to look at the picture later and you have amazing posture. And up. Okay, have you ever had a picture taken and you're like, why am I standing like that? So this is like pretend someone's taking your picture. Do 10. Now on the way down, you do have to tilt. So don't change that. You will have to kind of flex forward. Your pelvis will rotate forward. 2, and then stand tall. 3, 4. Good, and calf raises are good, or if you need calf and 5, good, whatever you need. Or baby knee bends, yep. 6, you do want to flex your knee somehow. 7, so even another plan would be seated leg extensions if you need, or knee extensions. 8, and breathing throughout. 9, one more. 10, and take a breath. Awesome. Very good, guys, really good. Now I'm gonna have us come down without using our hands. So you can do this crisscross applesauce if you would like. Nice job, grab a sip, really good. I hope you're seeing progress in your legs. It looks like I can see. We did a little side plank, but we're also going to do some obliques in the frontal plane. So one thing we like to do is we mix things up on the planes. That way your abs, your arms, your legs get different challenges, not just sagittal plane. So lie on your side with your arm like a pillow. I have to move my mic, but we're going to be doing double side leg lifts. So go up with feel how your obliques, your hands are on your abs. You can feel that. Go up with your legs. And then as you exhale, you feel like you corset the waist in, but you know, your neck is soft, your jaw is soft. Try 10 more. We're doing about 20 here. And I like to notice where my body goes and invite it to go a half an inch more, because the body is designed to survive and it will often just kind of give us a bare minimum. So see if with your mind's focus, can you get a little bit more juice out of that squeeze? All right, stay up. So it's a sustained ab, but then we add abduction. Our legs generally walk in a forward position, so now this is a little different, frontal plane. Keep the inner thigh lifted on the bottom leg. Go up a little bit more than you think. Let's do one more. All right, now the bottom leg is going to try to meet the top leg. All right, now we're going to do everything we just did on the other side. And again, pretend that Your invitation is to go a half an inch higher than your legs initially went. So we go up glued, legs glued, right in here. Good, neck soft. And just notice, do you have tendencies to tighten an area like your jaw? And then this is a good place to practice on letting it go. Can you do 10 more with that height? Stay up. And then you're going to lift up. 1, the bottom leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, good. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome job. We're going to take a little stretch for those muscle groups. So when you're on your back, right ankle to left thigh, reach your hand through the window. This ought to feel good after the squats too. And take a little, I'm going to add a rock here, but if you want to add a movement with your ankle, you can make it individual. Inhale. And then take the other one. So ankle to thigh, reach your hands through, and add a rock if you would like. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. You can come up and take your hands to your inner thighs. We're going to do a couple of things. So one is the bound angle. I shouldn't have said come up. You can bring your hands to your feet and your knees are wide. Pull your feet towards your pelvis. You can wedge your elbows onto your inner thighs if you need a little bit of external help for the inner thighs to get a stretch. We're going to take another stretch where the knees are really open. So I'm going to shift away from the wall, go up and out, and then your hands can help you pull the toes down. And if you want to add a few ankle movements. Relax here. So these affect the knees. Mm-hmm. 10. And then just hug in just a little bit. Perfect. Add your hands coming underneath your thighs and then come up. Nice. And I just want to add one more frontal plane. So go to your, you can grab a sip and then we're going to go to our shins. And put your foot out. So this complements daily life. So one foot's out because it's in a different plane. So you're just going to take 6 of these sideways ones. I want to touch base. With your exhale, you pull in. A rotation for 6. So you dip and you turn. Now the lower you dip, the more work you get. So listen to your body. 3, but if you can go lower, go. 4, 5, 6. Now a little challenge, meaning you self-select a place that you can do 6 pulses, 3, 4, 5, and come up with that final one and then put your shin under. Make sure your pants are comfortable under your knee, or double your mat if you need to. Fingertips kind of like, I like to fold my knuckles because it helps keep my wrists straight. They tend to do this on their own, but I'm just keeping my, I'm going to use that. So demonstrate how, if the bone doesn't like the hard surface, just pad it up. You're worth it. So come down and then add your dip. So it's going to be 6. Breathe in, and 2, and 3. Now inhale, and 4, 5. Now we're going to be taking 6 pulses, and you're just going to find your own place. So it's wherever you need. I feel a challenge here, let's say. Good. Betty, that looks good. 5. Opening the hips. 6. Up. I did more. And then come up. All right. Now the offer is to do either a Maldrasana on your forearm or a Maldrasana on your hand. So please choose yours. So a hand would be a side plank plus the top foot back. If this doesn't serve you, put your forearm on the ground. Push up 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and lower with your other side. Getting ready, hand down, foot back, and lift. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Keep going. Sorry. Did I get there too quickly? 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. And now a tiny little balance that's different than our seated one. So the feet in the hands, lift. So with the shadows, I'm just going to verbalize what I'm doing. My feet are up, and then if you can, lengthen. All right, a little balance. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now dynamic balance, come in and out 3 times if you can, even if you have to change where your hands are on your legs, and then try to hold it straight ahead and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now another balance. Place your shins and your hands down, or your shins and your knuckles down. Lift up your toes. So look how I have no shins touching or toes touching. Now left arm and right leg. Just hold a balance. Hold. 10, 2, 3. Puff out your back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let your hand down. Let your knee down. Extend your left leg. Extend your right arm and hold the balance. No toes touching. 10. Lengthen your back knee, Betty. Yes. Really energize it. And 5. Lift up through your back. 4. Good. 3. Strong arm. Long knee, Catherine. 2. And lower. Good job. All right. Have a seat, and you're going to take the rack posture. Go up one arm back, and lift your heart. Breathe in. I love that. So you can tell this is a good one for the back posture. When your upper back is rounding the forward, your neck has to accommodate by kind of jutting forward and lifting up. So all of this work we do is affecting other parts of our posture as well. So this upper back posture does help the head prevent from getting forward. All right, now on this one, it's a rotation. With adequate thoracic rotation, your body doesn't compensate by getting rounded forward when you walk. If you did not have that thoracic rotation and you were walking, your body would compensate with a flexion. So what we do, we work on the flexibility and rotation. So basically we hit posture from all different ways: strength, flexibility, fascial patterning. So if your body will go a little bit more once you're here, go for it. Now open, 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 the arms. It's almost like it helps you lift up everything, right? And then you can go to the other and catch your floor or catch your knee and add an exhale to help you rotate. And then when you come back, if you're able to take mermaid legs, do that because it's good to change up the flexibility of the hips. So let me demo what the mermaid legs could look like. The right foot is on the left thigh, the left shin's behind. Sometimes people can do it with a pillow when they can't do it unassisted. One way to do this lateral flexion is left hand to right knee, right arm up and over. If that's kind of weird, you feel like you're going to fall over or unstable, you can put your hand on the floor. Breathe and act like I'm pulling your wrist in class. Reach, lateral flexion. Betty, that looks great. Look, Jean looks good. Everybody looks good. Look at that. Yeah, have fun. So this is like the lats, when they're tight, they round our shoulders forward. So this is getting the lats. Intercostals. Now, just if you open up and fold, notice how that changes it. Really good. Now we're going to be centered. Flip your legs. I'm going to do it with no hands, so just to give a little challenge. If you're adding on that first challenge, right hand to left knee. See my body's across, or my arms across the body. Now, if this doesn't work, just put a hand down here, no problem. Good, that's it. Breathe in. This has got to be good for the brain too, all the rights and lefts and coordination. So breathe in. Your brain really does well with coordination and memory and sequences, but even more so when it's got exercise because there's more blood flow going to the brain during exercise. Breathe in. Breathe in. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, before we get down to the floor, if you would like to get a prop underneath your sacrum and one prop around your foot, we're going to do a hamstring stretch, little mini series. So one trick is to grab a roller or a foam block. Grab a sip too, by the way. This is a low back decompression as well, and a psoas opener. So this one stretch, this one setup has a lot of benefit. Slide the roller under. Grab your band or your Pilates ring. Go up and, all right, let one leg long, one leg up. Go across and any outer hamstring. Any inner hamstring when you take it to the outside, and just pour that leg down, the one that's over the foam roller. Got as far as you like. You can hit that inner thigh when you're going out further. And notice how it changes the stretch on your psoas. Now we're going to be coming back up, and this is a great chance to exchange knees. Now you might find the roller moves a little bit, so please feel free to adjust the roller. It should be a comfortable low back decompression, and it should feel comfortable on that long psoas. And gently rotate. You can also go out like a little bit to the side, a little inner hamstring. And keep on going out if you want to get more inner thigh, so your leg goes out further. Yep, experiment. Yeah, see if that works for you. Also notice how it affects your psoas again on the right. And notice if your gut or your abdominals tighten, and just try to relax them a little bit. Breathe in. Bring it up. And what we'll do is a double psoas opener, because it's so important for the low back. So a lot of times I have to shift this down more where my glute meets my hamstring, then the legs go long. So make sure it should not create any more tension in your low back. It should create a decompression in your low back. And then the hips should feel like they're opposite the way they normally are in flexion, especially if seated, or if you're walking, they're going through flexion. So this is just such a great stretch. Let the exhale relax you throughout the body like a healthy pancake melting on a cast iron skillet. Five, four, three, two, and then let that go. All right, let it go. And then we are going to take one more twist. So I am offering the eagle twist. The right thigh wraps once or twice around your left leg, and then your torso goes right and your legs go left. I love to add on the hand on the knee like a paperweight, or the hand on the thigh. Gaze is to the right, but you can close your eyes. Long low back. And then you're going to be going to the other side. So once your pelvis is on the mat, take your left thigh, wrap it once or twice, and roll. And then left arm out. Now, whenever you're ready, you can take a moment to realign, and the thighs are going to be going up on the wall if you'd like, but you're also welcome just to take a Shavasana, lying back, or maybe a knee open. So just find something that is letting your mind, body, and breathing relax. Your hips can be elevated. We're going to let the mind just focus on the breath. Breathe in through your nose, expand the belly, ribs, and heart. And then when you're ready, gently allow yourself to come up. You can roll over and take your time, and then up to a seated position as you're ready. Neck is soft. We'll just take a moment to breathe in the fresh new moment, a fresh new day, and exhale, release. Notice how your body feels. Bring in good energy to your body. Release anything that doesn't serve that. Bring in good energy to your mind. We'll do one more. Bring in good energy through the breath, so it's nourishing your body, mind, and your spirit. And then we'll bring our hands to the heart and just take a moment to bask in that feeling. And we'll set an intention that we keep bringing in all the wellness that we can to our body, mind, and breath, and then sending it out to anyone in our field that we meet today with so much appreciation. Thank you.